because I was looking at your Facebook page, and like right, just kind of getting in preparation for this, I noticed that your company is now also doing COVID was it COVID sanitization or something like that?
Sanitation, yeah.
Sanitation, yeah. Sorry.
Now you're confusing me.
Yeah, sanitation, yeah. So that, I think that's genius, because that's one of the things like MJ DeMarco sort of, talks about in the book, as far as like you need to find a need. And right now there's a lot of people that are like paranoid about COVID, and they want their houses, to be completely sterile, which I think, I mean, my personal opinion, it's kind of silly, I mean, there's like, it's going to be impossible to be that clean all the time, and you're eventually going to catch it anyway. So it's like, I feel like herd immunity needs to sort of kick into gear. We didn't do all this stuff with like the flu and stuff like that, but there's plenty of people that need it, or they want it, or they think they need it. So that's a perfect business opportunity.
Yeah, it's funny because before the CDC came out and said that it's very unlikely that you're going to get corona from surface touching, because at first they said you could get it from surface, from airborne, from this, from that. And so the business was doing really well at that point because everybody was freaking paranoid.
Sure.
And then once the CDC came out and said it's very unlikely that you're going to get it from touching surfaces, business kind of went like,
Okay.
So that was just one thing that the partners thought, hey, this is actually a really good business. Let's start it up, because we're not really doing any painting right now because everything's closed off, it's quarantine, but we can do this. And it did work out for a good amount of time. But now as the vaccine's coming out and everything's starting to take shape slowly, it's going to kind of fall into the dust sooner than later,
Yeah, it was a good thing to keep the business afloat then for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like how Coors Brewery, right? They during Prohibition, they stopped making beer. Well, they stopped making beer. I'm sure they kept doing it during Prohibition, but
yeah,
they allegedly turned their brewery factory into a textile plant, and that's what kept them afloat during Prohibition. Just I don't know. I mean, it's smart. I feel like smart business owners will figure out ways to keep business going, and bad business owners are going to fail.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the mindset. That's